Alright, so about to end the night. Been busting tail all day on this, and I'm pretty satisfied with the direction where I'm going with this thing. Turn the camera around, you can see all my good stuff going on there. My trusty mock-up. So it's kind of what I thought of doing. Something like this. So we're gonna have the stereo down here at the bottom, and then I'm putting your Holley screen on the top. So let me get on this side. The trunk is already completed, man. Got boxes everywhere. Trunk is done how I'm gonna leave it. So I'm gonna have these pop rivets, and what you do, you just push them in and you just let them pop in, and that's gonna hold the trunk down. That'll release just when you undo those pop rivets, whatever you call them. And tail lights are wired up already, functioning. Reverse lights are functioning. But what I'm gonna do on the back on these, since they point up too high, I'm gonna end up adding a slope so they can actually point on the floor and not be blinding anybody. So I think the back end looks pretty gnarly. It's coming along. And the fuel neck for the fuel, stock location didn't work. It's gonna hit the frame rail that I ended up moving the whole thing and shifting it this way. So I already have it completed. I'm waiting on the new one because I got two of them for each side. So what I'll end up doing is making it flush mount here, just like it was here, so it looks all nice and the way it's supposed to, except this is just going to be covered up. And the fuel will just go in there just like normal. Real nice, functional. The screen is what I'm working on currently. So I'm thinking of adding, instead of adding turn signals here, I'm going to end up putting some sequential turn signal tubes. So it'll come in from roughly this way, come that way, and then the other for this way. And then I'll just make this a little more refined, add a little more detail to it. So your top one's going to read all your engine stuff, GPS, and I'm gonna add a custom splash background to it. All the features and the stuff that's running on my car, you're gonna have exactly all that stuff. Digital fuel, air and fuel ratio. It's gonna read tons of stuff, so just like this car needs to do. And gotta figure out where I'm gonna put the push start button for the engine. I'm thinking about putting it here. I'm gonna put a speaker, I can't remember where I said exactly I was going to put it, maybe here, I think, on that side. So you're running component speakers. I'm running component speakers on this thing, so I could either maybe put them there on the sides. Actually, that might actually be a good idea. And I'm kind of just coming up with ideas as I'm building along and as it's coming along. So in the middle, what I'm going to do is end up running these, let me show you, capacitors. These will go here in the center. These are your they just call these capacitors. No, your components. These will run off your component speakers for the back, your crossovers. And it's late. And these will go here in the center, and then I'm going to run the super tweeters in the center there, and then you're going to have the components either facing out this way, and then the small tweeter up front or in the back somewhere there. Yeah, so I'm just kind of playing with it and seeing how the design of the flow is going to go. And I'm thinking of, like, instead of having this like that, kind of have like a little overhang to it, and then instead of it being flush out like that, I'm gonna end up putting like a little flat wall to it. So I'm still playing with it. Tonight was just all about messing with this middle section here. That's the most time consuming part. And then finishing off the dash, I'll move on to the back, and then I'll start doing the side panels, start figuring something out there. And then the front clamshell, I'm gonna start working on that and getting this together. I already have an idea of what I'm gonna do here to close off the cowl area for the firewall, seal it off from the outside completely. And here's your main power shut off, so you can hear power on and off, on and off. That's your safety main power switch. So you hit that on and off, it'll kill the entire power system in the car, killing the engine, all that. So if there's any kind of emergency, fire, electrical problem, you just shut this on and off. And I did run you 2 dual batteries, Alan, so you ain't gonna have any problems with it dying, especially with this deal here, as long as you don't forget it, you know. But the car's not gonna have any kind of power drain at all. So, but it's just another cool feature I thought I'd add to it, and I think it's pretty cool. It fits the theme of the whole build here. And this here, I'm thinking of adding something here, digital readout for like your voltage or something. I don't know, man. I'm still kind of debating on that. I'm kind of a little ways from that kind of detail. But anyways, if anything, at least I'll put something, actually, since the door is functional. I'll put something that functions there back there for some type of cause at least. But anyways, I end the video there. It's already midnight. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get cleaned up and relax for tonight.